Hi, Ellen. My name's Nicole. I'm a live-in caregiver. I've been managing a house for two adults with developmental disabilities for 4 years now. I'm actually a live-in support, and I live in the home with my two children. I have a 4-year-old daughter, Stella, and a 6-year-old son named Vincent. Um, the reason I'm making this video is because I'm extremely desperate, and Philippa, one of the women I take care of, loves you so much, she believes with all her heart that you are the one that can help us. Sorry, it's been a really, really rough time. Starting about 2 years ago, our wheelchair accessible van started giving us some trouble. Breaking down, constantly needing repairs. The lift on the van broke. Rust started eating up the bottom. We knew that it was going to die soon, and one day I went to get in the van to go grocery shopping because that's what I do for the women I take care of, and our van had been stolen. Luckily it was found a couple of days later. The officers found the van with 6 teenage boys having some dumb teenage joyride in our van, but they tore the thing apart. Shortly after we got the van back, it had to just be put to rest because it was not repairable anymore. So I started a GoFundMe fundraiser on my own because the agency I work for is very small. They don't have the money to just buy a wheelchair accessible van. A used wheelchair accessible van is anywhere between $40,000 and $60,000, and that's just something we couldn't afford. There have been so many budget cuts when it comes to our community and the people we help that we're barely surviving. And thankfully there's a bus system where we can call a day ahead of time if they have doctor's appointments or things that are very important, but we would take trips to the van, we would go shopping, we would go to the zoo, we would get out of the house. When you're confined to a wheelchair, your freedom is the most important thing, and that's been taken from the ladies I take care of. When I originally started the GoFundMe page, there was only one woman in a wheelchair, and the other woman was able to walk around and use any old car. But since then, the woman that could walk has moved on to another type of living setting, and we got Marie's lifelong friend, Philippa. They've actually known each other since grammar school, they say. Philippa also has cerebral palsy, and Philippa is also in a wheelchair. So now I take care of two women with cerebral palsy, both who need personal care, both in wheelchairs, and my two children, and we don't have a way to just get around. I just got through an entire winter with no car. Marie has a power wheelchair, and I loaded bags on the back of her chair. I rode my bike, I pushed a wagon, I used a cart. There were friends that would help me. Sometimes I'd use my own money and call a taxi. We got through winter, and we've gotten through a long, long time without a van, but now summer's coming, and we live in an old house that doesn't even have central air, and we can't be stuck anymore. These women deserve to do what they want to do. Recently, our wheelchair lift, yeah, I know, our wheelchair lift that actually gets the ladies in and out of the house also broke. And that's $6,500 to replace. That's something that's a necessity, so money was approved and we're getting that, but that's another financial hit the agency had to take. And I don't know what to do anymore. There has to be somebody out there. There are too many rich people for us not to just have access to a vehicle. We need a wheelchair accessible van that can hold me, the two women I take care of, and my two children, because they've been doing this job with me for 4 years. My daughter was 3 months old when we moved in, and all she knows is these ladies are family. Um, I hope somebody out there can help. Even if you want to donate to the GoFundMe page, it's gofundme.com/getthemavan. Just spell that out. You'll see how sad that in over a year we've got about $2,000 out of our $50,000 goal. U.S. Air Guitar tried to raise money for us all last season, and they raised more in their season than I did on my own, and I'm just so thankful for everybody that's helped us, but we've hit a wall. We've gotten all the help my friends and family can give, and we need something bigger, and I really hope that it's you. Thank you so much for watching. Anybody else seeing this, if you feel sorry for me or have access to a van, you can email me, you can message me here directly. We could really use some help. I think that's it.